Hello. In this part, I want to explain a really important and practical tip. Many of you have said that for VR in Unreal in newer versions, especially 5 and higher, they say that the VR has some problems. 5 and higher versions because the sun has had some changes in Unreal Engine and the quality has been changed a lot. In 5 and higher versions of Unreal Engine, you have components, which is the composition of skylight and direct light. And this causes the VR to have some dark and black renders. So for solving this, what I'm explaining to you is how to create a model for VR. So for this, we are going to get a render export Datasmith file. So I'll save it for now with the default name in somewhere. So, okay. And now two things are going to be taught here. First, importing Datasmith in correct ways, and also the part that your model will be turned black or all of your scene will be black and creates a bug, to how to fix it. So we'll wait until this export is done, and after it's done, based on what versions you have installed. So for example, I have these versions, as you can see. Because this is beta, we're not going to do anything to it, so we go to 5.1. I go to architecture and create an empty scene and give it a name and create. But the thing that here is, pay attention that first I go to Datasmith and file import and import the file. And I do it 2 times. And I want to show the difference for importing this in 2 times. That's why I imported 2 times. I create a folder here and name it yes. And I say why. I'll say it because I want to say that here from advanced, generate light map UVs should be on. And because I just want to show you. So I'll check this and import. So I want to show you that this check how much difference can it has. So when it's imported, I go to the same place, Datasmith, and import the same file again. And this time I create a folder called no and import it again. And now we have 2 from the same files. One has you generate light maps on and one off. And I want to show you what's the difference between these 2 just when they have one tick checked or not. So these 2 are important. I'll select this and move it. Alright, so what did that check done? So we said that when we want to create a VR, so one of the most important things is you should, as much as possible from processing, you should control your model and optimize it. So when I said that in 5 versions, sun sky has been really more advanced, and you have components and skylight and direct light here. So I put skylight on static and direct light to static. And each of these there's things that in Unreal tutorial has been completely explained. So here we're just going to explain their real use. Here from the settings, we have an option here called mass settings, and it has some settings at that default. I'll put this on default, and default is okay. Then we go to detail. From here, process volume, and here we put this on none for now, and this one on screen space. I just want to show you that those 2 things for you to see it better, and how much can you change the model and have high quality or low quality when importing the model. Now I go to build, and from here build lighting only, and I'll wait so the lighting will be created again and built. So based on your hardware or your model, it may take some time, and I'll open this for now to see the process. So this should reach 100%. So now it's done, and you can see here process mapping has took the most time, and here light mass and skylight. Alright, we're not going to enter this for now and close it. So now pay attention and see how different are these together. So here this is the first option, and I right click and let's see which one is it. So I said, as you can see, it's on yes. This and this one is no. As you can compare these 2 and see how different they are. Or I'll enter, and as you can see. So from lighting, I'll put this here on lighting only, and you can see, as you can see, this is perfect and everything is better. So now we can make it better, but we're not going to enter that. So from lighting standpoint, it's perfect. But now let's check this one. As you can see, it's not even usable, this file, and you can see how the subjects are being presented, and it has a really terrible and horrible and low quality. In this mode, they are showing the material. So why did this happen? Pay attention that when you don't check use light map and or check it, it has two meanings. So it creates two channels for each object. So when I go to this part and the settings, you have two channels for camera. So what two is showing exactly the set place, but when you go to the static mesh settings, this one has one channel and it causes that quality to be terrible. Plus, if you wanted to use Datasmith in high versions, you should really pay attention, and the quality is really high only if you do the settings correct. All of this has been explained completely and thoroughly in Unreal Engine project, and in VR we've explained the optimization.